Okay, we have a rare Knight 2 single direction onslaught. So let's see what they're bringing to the table. So here's my thought. We come in, we stab. Now this gives us a damage bonus on flexibility, which we can then use to fire off some blazes. And then we can stab again, which increases our damage again. Which means that our hand crossbow does work again. Which means that we can stab again. Is flexibility sleeper OP? I don't know. But that was much better than I expected that to go. Which is not saying much. So I'm just trying to save some movement points there. We didn't take flexibility on Martius. Martius is only temporarily on team, whatever this is, mixed martial arts or something. Actually, we get some visibility here, so I'm going to do this. Now, let's just try and soften some things up. The wand is helping a lot because the wand just has a very high base damage. They have nerfed. They have nerfed hand crossbow. Oh my. The nerfage is real. Be very afraid of the nerfery. Yeah, they have nerfed hand crossbow. It's still OP. That's the short version of that story. Okay, let's see. So we'll open up that way. Then But you know, I mean, it still scales stupidly. That's the issue with the hand crossbow. It just still is, you know, extremely dominant. Okay. We run, and now over here. Someone's going to need to come over here and take care of these fools. I guess they're all isolated, so we'll do that with our melee character. I'm worried if we can actually handle this side on our own. Nerfed. Oh, you're in South Africa? I am in San Francisco, California. Two different sides of the same planet, but quite a ways away. Let's see, and then how do I want to handle this? I guess I could move up one more and maybe do that. I agree, Don. I have had a few good friends that were South African, and it seems like a cool place. You know, every place has its pros and its cons, but certainly seems like a good one. All right, now we'll come clean up this with our melee character. That really didn't get a kill? Holy cow! I really was expecting more. Wait, are you the one that I took flexibility on? No. Ah, Lucta, you're in Brazil? We have a really good international crew. I feel very, very lucky to have so many people from all over the world hanging out with me. It's pretty awesome. All right, let's just brace ourselves. These sensors are really cramping my style, as they always do. All right, let's start out over here. So wait, previous damage type was range. So we want to start out with a melee. Does this count as melee? Oh, this is actually a really interesting question. Melee, melee. This is a ranged attack. Okay, got it. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could move to here. But we're not even getting an isolated target there. So let's start out with that. And then... How does a catapult look right now? It looks pretty good. I don't know if we're gonna get much better because of our mist sensor issues. Last damage type was range, so we got a nice big hit there. And we're out of actions, and this guy is causing us some heartburn, but that's okay. Now, triple swipe would be insane if not for the mist sensor shenanigans. Okay, we're gonna grab that, do that, and then over here, again, same problem. One of those is wasted. This guy's already dead. So I think we're... Oh, if you don't take out the mist sensors on night 1, the disadvantage that you are at is just so staggering. So I'll soften this guy up because he's not quite roasted. And then I'm going to try and get the tree out of the way. We can get you, you, and you. That's actually not terrible. I wish I could get one of these two, but I guess this one's unlikely to die in one. It was left with 1 hit point. Wow, that's actually But yes, I think the Norf bat will be will become a regular part of our discussions here. Not to be confused with the Nerf bat. The Nerf bat is the most terrifying of all of the bats. Yeah, Scorpion, I'm in the same boat as you. I think there's huge upshot to, like, this game has a lot to it in terms of its just kind of like complexity and how to play optimally. Like, I'm definitely still learning. And I am endlessly surprised by the little like bits of strategy that I didn't even think about. I love how everybody around here is just done a beautiful job ruining my fun. Okay, let's see. So if we get to here, does this... There we go. I needed to just get some breathing room. But I'm most worried about the other side right now. Okay, we could hypothetically high roll that one. No dice. Okay. So now this is quite bad, I feel like. What's talk to me, Lukta, about your strategy. I'm very curious. So this guy is at least isolated. Our previous attack damage was range, so we get to get a big hit in that way. We're out of mana. It's gonna ruin my fun just a little bit, I fear. Last was physical. Okay, we do manage to get the cleanup. But boy, are we going to need to get a little bit more cleanup going. Now, this is what makes me so sad. Like, the mist sensors, oh, the ruination that they cause. Just got to get things dead. That was probably an unnecessary one, but I'm not... I'm not going to turn down an isolated target when I have one on offer. Now you have back protection, right? So we can move you over to here, and that's probably better. And I'm going to kind of tuck you away, I think. Well, they're helping us out a little bit, if nothing else. Okay, last attack was ranged. So, stab. Then... poke those two. Then stab. We're going to be talking a lot about the alternation of stab and poke, because I think that's the play over here. Stab. I'm just gonna double up on this guy so he doesn't get away from us, and then we're not gonna get a final stab, so I'll do that. Okay, now I feel like I'm mortgaging the farm with these scrolls. Like I see the value, no question, but okay, wait, is that one dead? Yeah, okay. Those are both dead. You hate to use 2 on that. Let's take this guy's place. This is a good spot to tuck ourselves. We can't get too surrounded. Okay. Two crits there was nice. That was a bad. That was a bad. That was a nice crit. Now, let's see. You got no movement. Oh boy. That's our house getting whacked on. All right. Our mana situation is just so bad. Last attack was ranged, so we want to melee first. Then that, then melee again, then that. Now, Durand is probably in trouble. I don't think our melee had Assassinate. Our melee is defensive and poison, unfortunately, and doesn't have Fatality, which might be the one that you're talking about. Yeah. Execute. Yes, not Fatality. Execute. Wait, which is it? Is it called Execute or Fatality? Hey, Jacob. As you can see, there is good news and there is bad news for us at the moment. The good news is we're getting a decent death ray. The bad news is the only reason we have a decent death ray is because we fell behind in a big way on Actually, can you still move to here? Can we get another death ray? Oh, we fell behind on sensors. That's what I was going to say. So we're kind of in rough shape at the moment. But I think we'll get these isolateds down. Oh, so close. All right. APOC 5 Glenwall. I am endlessly impressed by how good it is at kicking my butt. It's really good at ruining my fun. See, we have enough actions that if I can do 2 stabs here, I can do that, and we can re-proc back protection. I think Durand is going to take a really nasty hit right now. Yeah, that might be just death. Oh, no. Okay. Not even a wound. All right. So Jacob, talk to me about Gordian Quest, because here's the deal. I will lay it all out there for a moment. Gordian Quest, I'm loving it. I think the game is beautiful, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. At least what I'm doing right now, playing through the story, seems to be not interesting to like the YouTube audience in general, which is okay. I don't mind, you know, I don't only chase views, certainly. But I'm wondering, like, what are the game modes that you're playing most? All right, I love that Durand got that done. That was good for business. And then if we nuke this guy, that gives us an isolated target here. Oh, you only just started 4 days ago. Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure if you were one of the people that just has played it a lot and was going to be like, listen, there's a multiplayer version, there's this, that, and the other thing. 88 to 100. Okay, this one has a slightly higher top end. Story mode with permadeath. Okay, that is a good setting for sure. I figured for my first run I wouldn't go with permadeath, but now I wonder, why did these down here not move at all? Did anyone else see that? That was I mean, I'm not complaining. And I want to keep one alive for obvious reasons, because we have to do sensor cleanup now. You're in Act 2 of Gordian Quest, but the campaign feels like it's slowing down. Maybe just your imagination. So I found that my experience with Gordian Quest in a broad stroke sort of way. Okay, so now we have to do sensor cleanup, everyone's favorite task. The first act was definitely easy, and that but I didn't fully understand the pacing of the game. I just finished Act 2, and the pacing of the game is very interesting to me because I was kind of, I think, overplaying it by having by basically doing every fight that I possibly could, right? You know, when you do that, the game takes a really long time and you end up really over leveled. So I think that was, I'm not going to say a mistake that I made, but something to think about. Now, oh, this is going to be so painful. I think I ignore flexibility for this. Okay. But yeah, so it seemed to me that Act 2 went much faster. Like, I think Act 1 I did in 10 hours. Act 2 I did in 8 hours? Or 6 hours, maybe even. Yeah, I think 6 hours. $53, that's good. All right, all out of actions over here, and then this is at 200. Whoops. Let's start with this. Punch that down to 50. Yeah, nice. All right. Now we're going to have you work on this one. Okay. 80 is good enough there. We'll leave you like that. We'll pull you a little further out. And you can't go anywhere. There's a way to change the difficulty of the game during the campaign. Okay, so this is, I guess this is my question. So like, I know I'm playing on a lower difficulty than I probably should be, right? I have a fair amount of experience with these games and I'm kind of okay at them. But I'm not sure if it makes sense for me just to finish the campaign, because once I finish the campaign, then there's other stuff to do. And it seems like I won't play the campaign again. That's my guess. How many difficulty levels were there of Gordian Quest? Because I don't remember. I remember selecting like the middle one. I almost always just defer to the middle difficulty. Okay, we'll move you over there, and then you can come over here and finally start working. Whoops. There's 5. I can't imagine that I picked... If there were 5, I think I would have picked dead center. Wait, now there's 6. Yeah, I didn't pick extreme. But yeah, it's definitely like... I've had a few deaths, although mostly I think they were due to me making really foolish decisions. But overall, the game's difficulty level hasn't seemed to... I've been kind of coasting, is what I should say. And then what do you have? This is a full one. All right. You can change the group leader? Wait, really, Lucas? Wait, this you have to teach me. Because I have been so frustrated by the fact that my group leader is locked and has like the least interesting deck. So I would be very interested in being able to change my group leader. I would love to see what like Alphonse plus the Warlock can do. They seem like they would play off each other really nicely, but it's hard to justify 2 characters identical in that regard. Man, this may change up my Gordian Quest stream tomorrow substantially. I'm excited. Okay. Yes, that Scorpion, that is certainly something that, I mean, so I cut games a lot of slack for like indie games. First of all, I love, kind of like small developers. And that's just one of those things that, you kind of need an art department to be able to do that, but it would be amazing if they did. There's a star in the character when choosing the character for the group. Oh yeah, there's still an alpha, certainly, Jacob, which means that, who knows what the future will hold. But I also think that may be a bridge too far, because their art style doesn't seem very amenable to that type of thing. Like, their characters feel very kind of awesome and stylized, but armor doesn't always play well with that type of design. Maybe they could do it for weapons. That would be very cool. But I wouldn't be surprised if that just wasn't part of their roadmap. And you never know. Maybe they get more benefit, or they get more funding from whatever. That's one thing I wanted to mention. I mentioned it a few times on stream yesterday, but I had a lot of fun with Backpack Hero. I think I'm going to keep playing it just because it's kind of awesome. Unclear if it'll always be a regular member of stream. I may, you know, mix things up, do double Darkest Dungeon streams some weeks and other things others. But it's currently in Kickstarter, and I'm super excited for oops. All right, we almost got there. Super excited for them to hopefully get some funding so that they can really develop that game, because I think Backpack Hero has insane potential. Just checking all the sensors here, make sure they're all sorted. Yep. And you get stabbed. All right. Whew. Night number 2, goes surprisingly well. Pick up another bonus item. All right, and then as is tradition, let's see what we picked up here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a spear. I was like, they're offering us more daggers? What's going on here? Oh yeah, I had so much fun, Lucas, with Backpack Hero. It's awesome. There'll be daily videos, and then obviously there's the stream. By the way, since things are kind of going off on the YouTube side, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a Discord now, and that's where I'm going to be making a lot of decisions about what games I play, when I play them. I will post full schedules over there, so hopefully that works. And if not, I'll just paste it the hard way. But yeah, if anyone wants to hop in there, the Discord is going, and it will be the place where I will keep my schedule fully up to date, let people know what's going on. There's a game suggestions box there where people can vote for the games they'd like to see me play, etc. And also just a cool community for people who want to chat about things. I've created dedicated channels for the games that we're playing, so I would love to start having chats in the Last Spell channel about strategies that are working for us, etc. So just wanted to throw that out there. Looks like we'll be picking up a melee weapon. So anyone who hasn't joined, I'd love to have more company. Now, we tore that down. I think this is the seer round, though, which always is sad, because we push back that fog, but it means we get very little else out of this round. Maybe a little bit because we floated a tiny bit of gold, but let's do our level ups. Oh wait, Stream Elements did. Oh my gosh. It just took forever for Stream Elements YouTube bot. It's very slow. I think I'm gonna have to write my own. Now, which is this? This is Martius, who is not our flexibility. So we want Martius to be double physical damage. So we want to get rid of the pistol. The pistol was just to get us going. And then, Martius, you have no accuracy? You have very little accuracy. Now you have some accuracy. And the other thing of note for people with the Discord is a unified chat that includes YouTube, Twitch, and Discord members. It exists in a thread in one of the channels on the Discord. So it's kind of the best place to chat to people from all of the different platforms. So let's see. What are you doing now? You're a weird character. You could go with bodybuilder. We did our level ups. We got our accuracy. I feel like I don't have a vision for this character right now. Maybe we just go avid learner and try and get them rolling. I'm probably gonna pick up the spear, I think, now that I look at it. I like spears. Because we're not going flexibility on Martius. And that's just a nice improvement. And then we may find a better thing. I would really like a sword for Durand. That would be a pretty huge pivot for Durand. But let's do Durand's level up. Now, Durand is eventually going to pick up versatility, which means that range damage is Wow, look at this. Green on all of them. But range damage is good because versatility will amp everything up. And then a nice isolation bump, I think, is probably good. If we're going to keep doing dagger shenanigans, that's good. And then we're going to kind of be in the thick of things. So there's an argument to be made for coagulation. There's an argument to be made for third eye. Because we're doing a lot of alternating targets. Hey, low RL. The most recent update, so a couple things. So one, on my YouTube channel, you can find a video where I went over the perks update in detail. I also did on my YouTube channel a tier list. So if you're curious about those, my thoughts in depth are available there, and I can do that so that you can check it out. But I mean, the short version is I think the perks update was insanely awesome. Oh, Streamlabs bot is still active on Twitch. I need to disable that. But I think the perks update was awesome. And the diversity that it created in the game is fantastic. Like, these builds are so much more interesting. This character I'm looking at right now is a very hard one to build. I think we just want an avid learner because we want to get down to some of the lower stuff more quickly. But yeah, that was a tough one. And yeah, I just think that I think it's brilliant. I love what they're doing with the last spell, which is why I keep playing it. The big complaint I have about the game, not that you asked about complaints, but the difficulty spike at Epoch 5 is just pretty rough. It's pretty brutal, and it's been kicking my butt. I don't know what difficulty you play at. If you have any tips for me on how to defeat Glenwald Epoch 5, I am all ears. Oh, I like it difficult too. I like games that kick my butt, for sure. This one has just been kicking my butt so hard. Like, to the point where I find myself kind of scratching my head and going, like, what do I even do here? How do I go about... I'm going to pick up third eye on Jacob, I think. Yeah, I like having the vision. Oh, excellent low. So, okay, so you have some legs. Like, what I would say is, I think it's definitely possible, Dawn, but it's hard, to be sure. I think that the things that you will find as you go further low is like these things here, the mist sensors, they create a cloud of mist, like the mist that's outside around them, and they make it so a lot of your skills are less effective. Like, propagation abilities won't propagate into the mist, and you can't target enemies that are in the mist. That is a huge spike in difficulty, right? Because all of a sudden, you don't have the ability to use your most powerful abilities the way that you want to always. And then on top of that, if we look at the Apocalypse 5, the other thing that happens at Apocalypse 5 is the enemies get extra movement points. And if you've played even a little bit of this, you'll probably understand that the scariest thing about any enemy is it moving towards you faster. So this increases all enemies' movement by 1 point, and runners get increased by 2. So it's pretty brutal. But, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. One thing that I'll say for earlier players that is worth considering, of all of the defensive structures, catapults are very strong. So, you know, take that for what you will, but catapults are your best friend. So even if it dies easily, this is one of the things is like, you know, so generally what I find is that the runners do die easily, but they don't die easily in the way that like one shot from anything kills them. That just unfortunately doesn't happen. So, you know, it's a little tougher than that. And unfortunately, because we have our hand crossbow person over here, I think I'm going to have to have our flex position go to Jacob. So Jacob's going to be sliding back and forth. Yeah, so they did overhaul the apocalypses when they added in the mist sensors. Uh, and I have played without them. I think my first top level victory, I just did like the trap ring where you just like do like a trillion traps. Uh, and that was reasonably effective. And I think I'm going to put you out here. But yeah, it's definitely a little rough, and we're getting it from two directions here. I think we're good to go. So let's not mince words too much more.